Okay, Rob. It is time for our listener story of the week.
He's already had a mention once on this podcast.
Great.
He's going to get another one. Alex, this is fucking top drawer.
Right.
This is a fantastic story. And, I mean, this website as well, I mean, it does bring... It's just managed to sort of pull it out. I don't know, because these stories are brilliant. It's on the Wales Online, as it always is.
Well, you've got to have something to cheer you up when you're living in Wales.
That's true. Now, before I start this story, something we neglected to do last week, and it's something that I'm not going to do again, because I know it's important to our listeners. So, if you will, join me on this trek across the wilderness.
Where are we, by the way? You never say where we are.
This week, we are in the Highlands of Scotland. We're in the Highlands of Scotland.
It's fucking freezing. I thought
Yes,
we were
it
going to
is.
be somewhere like, I don't know...
Barbados?
No, not like there. Some weird sort of like the sort of place Indiana Jones would go. Some sort of tribal.
Well,
the tribe of the Napichu or whatever they're called. Things like that.
We can go there next week, okay?
Okay, I'd like that.
So, if you can imagine, we're walking through the wilderness and you see
It's fucking freezing.
It is, Alex, but we'll come on to that, okay?
Right.
We're walking through the wilderness.
There aren't any yak in the Highlands.
No, but there are deer, aren't there? And
well, actually, I've got
haggis. There are haggis there.
I've got frozen yak from Lidl. That do.
It's the same thing.
Yeah.
And like I said, you can kill a haggis as well. They're all over the place, apparently. So you're walking through the bracken, okay, when you see the beautiful, what are they called?
Sheep? Scottish
Trossachs. The Trossachs.
What are those?
It's a mountain range, I think. So you see the snow-capped mountains, you think, this would be a good place to bed down for the night. And you hear the eagles calling out above. But as you said...
Not eagles.
Of course they're eagles. Falcons. Right. Birds of prey. Exactly. And that's more a penguin. Not many penguins in Scotland. So, under this beautiful and scenery and setting, we decided to light the campfire.
And I'm just going to open up this bag of frozen yak.
Lovely.
And put it on there, I think.
Could you get the sleeping bags out as well? I think I
forgot them, to be honest.
Right. Did you bring anything?
No.
Right.
I didn't know that we were doing this.
Okay, well, at least we've got the campfire. The story's by James Rothwell, and the headline...
Sounds very posh.
It does, actually, yeah. Headline, Randy Ghost prowling Welsh highways to seduce drivers. Paranormal author claims.
I just want to check, you did say Randy Ghost and not Randy Goat.
No.
I don't know which is funnier.
That's a good point, yeah. No, I did say...
I think I'd find both equally terrifying, to be honest.
That's a good point, actually.
If it was the goat, I think it was Beelzebub himself, and if it was the ghost, I'd equally be perturbed.
Yeah. It is actually Randy Ghosts, as in the...
More than one?
More than one, apparently. Gavin Davis...
It's an eyes wide shut ghost sex orgy.
Yeah, exactly. Gavin Davis, the author of Ghost Sex, by the way, which is available on Amazon. It's called Ghost Sex: The Violation.
Fuck off.
This is absolutely true. I was reading the reviews before.
Is it good?
Well, it's halfway.
The Violation.
It's halfway between a really badly written teen horror book and really, really graphic sex.
It's a good name for a child, isn't it? Violation. 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 Your dinner's ready.
There's probably only a few times you can cry out before you get arrested, though.
I think it's like the variation on violent.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. So Gavin Davis said he was approached by a man claiming he was seduced by a ghost. Hitchhiking ghosts can be seducing travellers on a busy road near Swansea, a paranormal investigator has claimed.
So why the fuck would a ghost hitchhike? I'm assuming that a ghost is able to
seduce drivers.
I'm assuming that a ghost would be able to move between physical and spiritual dimensions with ease.
Yeah.
And would also be able to sort of time travel at will. It would not be bound by physical constraints. It doesn't need to hitchhike.
But they can't sleep with drivers if that's the case. They need to hitchhike. How else would you sleep with a driver?
I don't think a ghost can, because it's temporal. It's not...
Well, not according to this story. Gavin Davis, the author of Ghost Sex, says...
Any relation?
No, there's no relation.
He's not that bastard of a brother of yours, is he?
No, luckily not. Although, if he wants to be my brother, he could be. I mean, he's
Are you on the lookout?
Maybe. It gets a bit lonely at times.
Yeah.
Gavin Davis, the author of Ghost Set, says he has investigated a spate of incidents where unsuspecting drivers are seduced by hitchhiking ghouls.
Hitchhiking ghouls?
Yeah. One of them involved a Pembrokeshire man who told Davis he was seduced...
What? who told Davies...
Yeah, Mr. Davies, I should say. He was seduced by a figure disguised as a beautiful woman hitchhiking the A40.
Sorry. How did he know it wasn't just a beautiful woman? And why did he...
We'll come on to that.
How did he know it's a ghost disguised as a beautiful... She's like a siren.
Yeah.
It's like sirens from Greek myth, calling out seamen to the rocks.
It does actually say later in it's said...
It's not a euphemism.
No. They think it's a bit like a succubi, like a succubus.
Yes. South Park.
I was approached by a man who did not want to be identified because he would be because it could expose him to ridicule. Well, yeah. Who told me he picked up a hitchhiker who turned out to be a ghost that seduced him.
How do we know he's not just made this bloke up?
He doesn't.
Because
there's no guarantee of this.
Yeah.
Now, I'm aware that stuff like this is often intended as erotica and people have fantasies about it because there's a few stories and he's gone into graphic detail about what they did with the people.
Come on! Let's hear it. Lonely nights, Rob, in the Highlands with just the campfire.
It doesn't say in the story, unfortunately.
No sleeping bag.
And at first I thought it was a wind-up call, but this man genuinely believed he was seduced by a paranormal entity.
Rob, I want to know the details. My yak balls are burning.
Okay, here we go, Alex.
On the fire.
That's too much information. He said he was driving back from a date that hadn't gone as planned. It's a good start.
So he's so disappointed by the date, he imagines this fictitious event.
Yeah. He saw a beautiful woman on the side of the road and he picked her up. Can I just say, in the middle of this article, no apparent reason, it's got a questionnaire. It says, do you believe in ghosts? The first
No.
one. So, of course not, don't be ridiculous. Absolutely, they exist. Fact. I just don't believe in them. I've seen one, or I'm sceptical, but wouldn't discount it entirely.
Right.
Back to the story. Miss Davis said the man known as John then pulled over and took the mysterious woman to a public toilet.
So this lovely man who's gone out on a date sees a woman standing outside the road and picks her up and takes her to a toilet. Like, keep reading.
He said
Did the date that didn't go as planned? Did it not go as planned because she wouldn't go to a public toilet with him?
It's a good question.
She either wouldn't get in his car or he considers seeing a woman on the side of the road a date.
That's a very good point, actually. So what you mean is that after he tried to solicit this woman who was just walking down the road casually,
yeah, it didn't work. So
he had a failed date.
Yeah, this is a successful one.
He said the ghost then seduced John in terms too graphic to describe. John wrote, then I started to smell something strange. At first I thought it was a cigarette smell. I was choking, and I thought I was going to die. I was crying and everything. I was passing out.
How do you know he wasn't having a stroke or a heart attack?
Good question. It's a bit of a strange. And he said, "I just want the policeman to start banging on the window and save me."
What policeman?
I don't know. Maybe
Was there a policeman there as well?
Maybe there's a policeman costume next door. I don't know. I'm not sure what's going on. I pushed it back with all my force, and there was not this pretty girl on me, but some haggard, disgusting old woman with some kind of awful skin condition. See, top drawer.
Read that again, because there's the episode title, surely.
I pushed her back with all my force, and there's not a pretty girl on me, but some haggard, disgusting old woman with some kind of awful skin condition.
Can that be? I want that as an episode title.
Some haggard, disgusting old woman with some awful kind of skin condition.
Now, Rob.
Oh, brilliant. Brilliant.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Rob, you've seen The Shining.
Yes.
When Jack Nicholson goes into room 237.
Yeah.
And apparently there's some beautiful woman who actually, as he starts kissing her, he realises it's this disgusting old woman and her skin, and she starts decaying. She's basically almost like dead, and the skin is all decaying and coming away in his hands. That's right there.
I just screamed, and she just vanished. Mr. Davis said...
Hang on a minute. Whoa, I just want to say there's another explanation for this. One, he's driving along, he's pissed, right?
Yeah.
He's got beer goggles on. He's had a failed date, so he's fucked off. He's driving along, he sees a woman at the side of the road that under that particular lighting appears like, oh, she looks all right. He gets in the car, it's still dark, he can't quite see her probably, she's basically a woman, and he thinks, good. And she's like, let's go to the loos. So they go to the loos, he gets in there, he's with her, and it's only under the light that he sees actually she's not really very nice, and she's got terrible acne, or whatever. He tries to push her away, and she just vanishes me, and she ran off.
It's a very good point, actually, yeah. I didn't think of it like that.
Yeah.
Basically, this man's a pervert.
Well, yeah, I wouldn't trust anything he says, to be honest.
Mr. Davis said he believed the man could have been suffering from a sleep paralysis after nodding off. Sleep paralysis condition...
So he's saying he doesn't believe it was a real ghost?
Well, he says the man could have
He
been
nodded off in the toilets after the sex.
No, I think he meant he nodding off at the wheel. I think that's what he's saying.
I don't think he is. He's saying that the inability to push... Right, okay. But I thought this guy believed in ghosts.
He does in order to sell books, yes.
Nodding off at the wheel doesn't make sense because you veer off the road.
No, that's true. Sleep paralysis, a condition where the victim feels wide awake but is unable to move, is often accompanied by delusions of being watched by a menacing presence.
Right.
In the Renaissance era, they believed that the paralysis was caused by the succubi, who would seduce people while they fell asleep.
I have had that sleep paralysis before, and that's exactly what it is. You do feel you're being watched by some menacing presence.
It's a sort of like...
you feel
sort
very
of a waking
afraid,
state,
and you have to wake yourself up. You ever had it?
Yeah, I have.
Yeah. Every night.
Yeah. Unfortunately, it's not a dream. His book, Ghost Sex, has already sold over 3,000 copies online and top supernatural charts on the Amazon Kindle store. He's also the editor
of... It's a very niche market there. The supernatural charts of the Kindle store. In Sussex.
Where his is the only book.
Yeah.
He's also editor of Paranormal Chronicles, a website that looks into the suspected sightings of ghosts and UFOs.
So, Rob, surely we have to have a regular feature on this podcast next few weeks where we buy the book and read out some of the stories.
Oh.
Why not? We just drop a story a week and we have listener story and ghost story. Because what do you tell around the campfire, Rob?
Ghost stories. Erotic ghost stories.
Erotic ghost stories. Yeah. To the lonely nights, Rob.
You're right,
and
Alex.
then we make love.
We'll see where things go. Writing this book has taken...
For fuck's sake! Fucking yak is burnt.
Sorry. Look, I'm nearly done, okay?
It's ruined, Rob.
Okay. Well, look, we just have to catch your
I've only got a bag of Skittles.
Well, that'll do. So you can taste the rainbow. And the later semen. Writing this book has taken its toll on me, said Mr. Davis. This is just one account, and many of the others are far too graphic and quite traumatic to research. Research? What research were you fucking doing?
You've seen what research? You interviewed a man.
Right.
He's interviewed lots of men.
Just
Rob,
finishing...
are we going to do this? Get the book and read a story? It'd be a great idea.
I'll tell you what I might be able to do.
We can get it on the Kindle. We can get it on the Kindle store. Get it on my iPad.
Perfect. Okay, let's do that. Yeah, we'll chip in, see how much it is. If it's any more than maybe like a tenner, fuck him. I'm not paying this man. He's clearly a charlatan.
Yeah, it's a good idea, though.
The last sentence of the story is, it is clearly the last time I write a book about ghost sex. Why? Because it was too, as he says, too graphic and quite traumatic to research. He's had enough, Alex. Right. That's traumatic to research. There's nothing else. There's no comments on the story because there never is on the Wales Online, and these people must be fucking mad. Even though the Wales Online print such great stories, what do they actually have a comment? No, section? They don't enable comments on it. Right, okay. Probably should have said that, yeah. Right. So there may be comments, but... Is that because the people are illiterate? Or because they're out there having sex with ghosts? I don't. Yeah, but it's probably a bit of both. Was that man that he interviewed Welsh? Because my interest is this all happening in Wales? Because if it is, that explains the phenomenon. Rob. Well, he said he's a Pembrokeshire man. Pembrokeshire is in Wales. I'm not sure. Explains it. That explains it. That's a whole explanation for all the stories. What, he's illiterate and sleeps with ghosts? No, it's Wales, Rob. These are the sort of things that they've... Well, those are the kind of things that go on there, is it? The sort of things they believe, Rob. Right. They're still pagan out there, Rob. You're right, Alex. You've got to understand that, Rob. This is part of a ritual. Yeah. Well, you go to the local toilets and have sex with ghosts. Yeah. Maybe other men as well. Wake up with your head in a lavatory bowl and think, oh my God, what have I done? She was hideous. Yeah. That girl I thought was a looker was actually a sheep. Yeah. Just a local night out in Cardiff. No offence.